engine swaps in a car is not something unusual. We've seen it all the time. People generally take slightly beat up, rusted old cars, do them up, and then put in a big, powerful engine. It's common all over the world. We see it everywhere. But today, we've got something different. I think not since World War II have we seen such a combination of German and Japan engineering mixed together in a big power output. Stay tuned as we bring you the Mercedes-Benz CLK 200 with the legendary 2JZ engine. Holy moly, that's the CLK 2JZ. All right. First things first, I just got to marvel at the quality of this build. Generally when, people say they do engine swap, we expect a couple of wires to be hanging from here, a couple of wires to be hanging from there, half the gauges don't work. But one of the beautiful features of this particular engine swap is that everything works, and it works perfectly. I mean, they moved the starter to the gear shifter, which is pretty cool. There is not a single bit of wire hanging out of place. One thing I really, really love is this beautiful digital AIM dash that they've got keyed in, because it really gives you all the necessary information, nothing unnecessary. They've also gone for this nice Alcantara material on the dash, plus the steering, plus around the console, and it's been done with this beautiful orange stitching. I'm sure the people who built this car, the owners, took a lot of inspiration from AMG and their works department and the cars, the special edition cars that they built. One of the things that I kind of noticed on this car is this central PDM module here, power control system that controls all the electronics on the car. So I'm pretty sure that this car has a completely custom wiring system on it. Now I'm just cruising along because I'm kind of trying to get the sensors and the feels of the car in. But you know me, I'm just ready to drop a gear and disappear. Oh, here we go. The smiles on the face. Any day of the week and twice on a Sunday. And today is a Sunday. One of the things I love about this particular car and engine combination is the power delivery. It is so smooth. The torque curve is completely linear. It doesn't feel like it's off boost, on boost. It doesn't feel like there is massive lag anywhere. There is a wee bit of turbo lag, and then the power delivery is tuned just to come on, and then it accelerates so evenly. There is no, it is neck snapping, but what I would like to say, it's not neck snapping in an uncomfortable way. You're ready for it. Yeah. Maybe as a passenger you might not be, but as a driver, it's a lot of fun. It's very interesting to know the history of the 2JZ engine, because right now that engine is over 30 years old. The initial concept of the 2JZ engine is 3 decades. But the fact that tuners all over the world are still using this engine in modern cars, in cars even newer than this, is because it is one of the best engines. And some of the reasons for that are very simple. When Toyota built their engine, they used an iron block. So it was not aluminium, and it was a closed deck block. So what that means is that the engine can take massive amounts of horsepower, massive amounts of boost through the cylinder walls and not have any warping or deflection. And that's one of the reasons. And over the years, they developed the engine, they added VVTi to it, they added newer turbochargers. And because it's a 6-cylinder engine, the rotation of the crankshaft, it's perfectly balanced. So that's one of the reasons why the engine is so reliable and is able to develop so much of power. Why the owner went for a 2JZ swap into this particular CLK? I think it's very simple to say, because if you can swap a 2JZ into anything, why not? One of the things I'm really marveling most now, after driving this car for a bit, is just the quality of the finished product. And I must say that from a Sri Lankan perspective of the tuner scene, it really is pretty amazing. I'm glad to see two things. One thing is that the consumer, the end user, the guy who wanted this car done, is willing to see it all the way through to this completion. And the second thing, most importantly, is that the person who built it was willing to see it through too. Because sometimes, you see guys who want to do engine swaps in project cars and they get tired of it after a while, and the tuner is like, oh, I can't deal with him anymore. He's too naggy. He wants this, he wants that, he wants this change, he wants that change. But I think they've worked in perfect harmony, in perfect sync, and the end result is just spectacular. When the owner of this car came to you and told you he wants an engine swap done, or maybe a 2JZ engine swap done, did he have all that in mind?
Not at all.
Okay.
It was supposed to be just a simple engine swap.
A simple engine swap. Okay guys, project car guys out there, this is what can happen when you start off with a simple engine swap.
We are Pit Pass, Sri Lanka.